Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be opening this mystery gift. So let's get straight to it.
So let's open up this mystery package and see what's inside.
I wonder what's going to be inside.
So the story behind this is that we have just recently upgraded our fibre to Vodafone fibre because we were having issues with our previous supplier TalkTalk. And they were giving away free gifts, and we chose this little baby inside here, which we will open up properly in a moment. Whoa. So here we've got all the very best from Vodafone. We hope you enjoy your as much as your neighbours will. That should give you a clue as to what this is. So Will, if you can open it up, we'll see what's inside.
This might take me a long time.
No, it won't. Seriously, it won't. So there we go. As you can see, we have the Sonos Play 1 speaker.
Oh god, it's heavy.
And yes, it is heavy. So this is the package that the Sonos Play 1 comes in. As you can see here.
Oh.
It's quite heavy, so I hope it sounds really, really good. This is not a Bluetooth speaker, this is a Wi-Fi speaker. Okay. For which you can set up via your PC or via the Sonos app, and we'll go through that a little bit later. Okay, Will, if you want to do the unboxing, tell us what the unboxing experience is like for you.
It's amazing.
It's just a
I
box.
knew you were going to laugh.
Okay, so first thing we get is, what do we get, Will?
You know, I'm just going to take out the other side, it doesn't matter. Get out of here.
Okay, so we've got a quick start guide.
This is like all the rules.
And we have the Sonos, the wireless hi-fi system. Important product information, apparently.
Cool.
But we are going to wing it, and we're not going to use any of these things.
We might have to use some later.
Okay, so well packaged inside there. Well packaged indeed.
Is that toilet paper? Oh no, I thought it was toilet paper.
It is definitely not toilet paper. Okay, so here we have this Sonos Play 1 speaker itself.
And it's wrapped around in some fabric. Ooh, it looks nice. This is exactly what happened when I opened that.
Okay.
Oh, it's really, really cool.
So this is the Sonos Play 1. It's smaller than I thought it was going to be. The box made it feel bigger, but I guess it's just very well packaged. So on the back of this thing, there is very little on this thing. So on the back, we have a wall mount hole there for screwing into a bracket that goes on the wall. And we have a network connection. That's basically it. There's nothing else there. There's no auxiliary input. There is obviously power cable on the bottom there because you're going to need to plug this in. It's not battery. And you've got a play and pause button and a volume up and down button and an LED. And that is it. There is nothing else on it. It's very, very cleanly designed. So on the bottom, to stop it wobbling about, it's all rubberized, rubber feet on the bottom. And then you put this on the table. So let's have a look and see what is in the box. Well, actually, if you can do that, you can take out the rest of the stuff in the box. Should be hopefully a power lead.
Yeah, a lot of cables. Though.
Okay, so power lead for the Sonos Play 1.
And a network cable.
And a network cable. So if you want to undo the cable, we're going to plug this thing in and we're going to continue setting this thing up using the desktop app on the computer.
Cool.
Okay, so we've plugged it in the power lead, the only thing that we're going to be plugging in on this demonstration. And the power lead is that funny shaped connection there. And that plugs straight into the bottom of the Sonos Play 1. So this thing is now powering up. And we're going to go ahead and download the Sonos software from the Sonos website. So we're on the Sonos website and we're going to download the latest version, which is 9.2 as of filming this video. Obviously, you can choose to do it on the iOS, on Mac, or on Android if you so wish, but we're going to be doing it on the desktop version. Okay, so before you even get as far as setting this thing up, you need to create an account on the Sonos app. So the best way to do this is probably to use the app on your mobile device. So I've set up an account. So I now need to verify my account, which I'm doing now. So my account is all set up. So I've gone back to the Sonos app now. And we are going to continue with the initial setup of the speaker. Initially, I thought that we could do this on the desktop version, but it doesn't appear that you can do that. So we're going to continue setting this up on the app, and then we'll move over to the desktop app. So you have to set up your speakers one at a time, which is fine for us because we've only got one speaker. So that's not going to take us too long. But imagine if you had a house full of speakers. So you'd have to go around to each one and set them up individually. And then you can kind of mesh them together. But we can't show that in this video. We're just showing the Sonos Play 1. So we're going to continue to set up the speakers. So it's found the speaker on the app. It says, we have found one new speaker near you. So initially, I would always recommend plugging this in using a network connection and then setting this up so that you can move it around, which is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to move the speaker somewhere else. So Will, if you can press the play and pause button and the plus button simultaneously. And then let go. And so there's the chime. So it's now connecting. Please wait while the connection is completed. So apparently we've added the Play 1. Okay, so we're going to click next. And this speaker is going to go, I mean, it gives you all different rooms that you can select. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter what name you give it. You can move the speaker around anywhere. So this is probably going to go, well, we'll just put it in the bedroom for now. It gives you the choice of adding more speakers or to finish. So we're going to finish that up. Your Sonos products will now be updated so they can be set up and used. So it's now doing an update. This is going to take 2 or 3 minutes. So we'll be back after this. So it's updated the Sonos Play 1 and now we move on to the wireless setup. We're going to connect this to we have separate Wi-Fi for computers for the kids and for the adults. So we're going to connect this to the computer's Wi-Fi. Look away, please. Okay, so we've set the Wi-Fi up and the speaker is attempting to connect to our chosen Wi-Fi network. Okay, so it's set up the Wi-Fi and it's now telling us that we can unplug the Ethernet cable from the back of the Sonos Play 1. So Will, if you can unplug the network cable from the back of the Sonos Play 1. So we've unplugged the network cable from the Sonos Play 1. And we're going to continue. It's now telling us to move the Sonos Play 1 into the location that we want it to be. We're going to leave it here for now. It doesn't really matter. Wait for the white light to stop flashing. It will turn solid white. Once this happens, press continue. So the light has already stopped flashing. So we're going to click continue. Okay, so we've moved over to the desktop app, and as you can see here, it has now connected to the Sonos Play 1 that's on our desk right next to us. And here you can see the Sonos Play app. We're going to make that bigger. Wow. And currently, there is only one speaker. We have no music services selected. So we're going to see if there are any free music services available. And we can test this little speaker out. So as you can see here, there is a ton of different music services here, and I even noticed there that they have Plex available. So that's quite interesting. So if you have your own music library at home and you use Plex, then you can connect your Sonos One to your Plex and play your music. We'll give that a go in a bit. So here we can see Plex, loads of radio stations, SoundCloud as well, that's a good one, Spotify. Although knowing Spotify, you probably need to pay for premium to stream on a different service. That's normally the way these things work with Spotify. Don't recognise any of these other ones. Sonos Labs, and there's even more music choices here. Let's have a look and see what we've got here. Sonos provides access to even more music choices. Okay, well, we're not going to look at that now. We're just going to look at the built-in ones out of the box. So that's Apple Music as well for you Apple Music fans. Amazon Music for those that subscribe to Amazon Music as well. Audible for your audiobooks. So you're never going to be short of ways to listen to music on your Sonos systems. So we've managed to, after a lot of faffing around, connect a couple of music sources to our Sonos software, desktop software. So we managed to connect Plex, SoundCloud, and that's it. We did try Spotify, but Spotify required that you have a premium subscription for their service to allow you to broadcast your music to other things. Even though you can connect your phone to a Bluetooth speaker and connect it that way, I don't see what difference it makes. I don't see why that's even a premium feature of Spotify. You should be able to do that on the free version. You're still playing music. You're still going to get the ads on Spotify. Spotify, really? Anyway, so we're going to play some NCS. Unfortunately, you're not going to get the full sound quality of this speaker, but we're just going to show you that we're going to play it from the desktop program, and it's going to come through the speaker, which is only connected to power. There is no network connection connected. It is wireless. We set wireless up, as you saw earlier. So we've already set up SoundCloud, and we're going to play a song called Whatever.
We're going to play a song called Whatever
by the Ping Pong Party, and this is on the NCS SoundCloud playlist, so we are able to play this one. Hopefully we don't get a copyright strike against this one, but we're going to do it anyway. So Will, hit that play button. Get ready for a party.
This is the emergency broadcast system. The CDC is advising that you stay in your home. We shall walk.
So as you can see, it's really loud. That was only half volume, and it was already peaking out the microphone on our camera here. So I can't really go any louder because it's going to sound awful for you guys. But as you can see, Will is loving the speaker, and I'm having to definitely speak up to overpower the speaker. It's now at just under quarter volume. Now I have to say the bass on it is... Well, what do you think of the bass? You compare this to a smaller speaker or even some cheapy desktop speakers. If you had a couple of these for your computer, you'd have amazing sound. The sound out of this single speaker is just insane. And I can quite understand why this is £149 if you were to buy this. It's incredible sound. So as you can see, what you can do with the Sonos software is quite good, actually. Also, one thing I've also just discovered as well, you can add your own music, so you don't need to add any one of the available options that you have there. You can add your own music here. If you go to Music Library Settings from the Manage menu and go to Music Library, you can add your own music folder, another folder on a drive on your computer, or a NAS drive or a network storage drive on your local network, and you can put in the share of that folder and you can stream your music from that as well. So that about wraps up our look at the Sonos Play 1 Wi-Fi speaker. Thanks for sticking around.
Make sure to like, subscribe, click the notifications button, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!